to support them in doing so.
Plus, there's a national summit that gives law enforcement the emotional and mental resources they need to keep you safe, and it's taking place in Terre Haute. Thanks for watching our late news. Today is Indiana's voter registration deadline for the November election. Early voting begins tomorrow. And you may see different races on the ballot this year. Our State House reporter Kristen Eskow shows us why.
We've got our machines set up, our poll pads ready to go.
Beth Scheller and her team in Hamilton County are in their final preparations for polls to open Wednesday for early voting. She's expecting more people to vote in person this year compared to the 2020 general election. She says she's already noticed fewer mail-in ballot requests.
I'm expecting a high turnout for early voting and election day, since, like I say, we've only sent out 7,000 ballots so far.
Since it's a midterm election, you'll see a congressional race on the ballot, as well as the Indiana Senate race. You'll also vote on local and state house elections. You may be voting in a different race this year for Congress or the state legislature because of redistricting.
It's really important for voters to do their homework.
Julia Vaughn of the nonpartisan organization Common Cause Indiana suggests voters check which races are on their ballot before heading to the polls. She points out changes were made across the state. For the state legislature, several new districts were created, so there's no incumbent in those races.
Many of those in and around central Indiana. There's a new Senate district here in Marion County. A new House district was created out in Hendricks County.
From the Indiana State House, I'm Kristen Eskow.
Now, early voting hours vary by county. To find out more about when you can vote and what's on your ballot this year, head to the Indiana Secretary of State's website. We've also got a link to their page on our website, mywabashvalley.com. Many voters chose to vote by mail during the pandemic for the first time, and in Illinois, the state is giving voters an option to keep doing it permanently. Local election authorities across the state have sent voter applications to opt in to vote by mail for this election and everyone after. The Sangamon County Clerk says as long as you continue to live at the same address where you're registered to vote and you don't need to make any changes to your voter registration, then you will receive your ballot in the mail every election cycle. So far, the county clerk says the program has had great success.
We saw roughly over a little 10% of our registered voters of Sangamon County sign into the program from the first initial mailing. That's a little over 13,000 individuals. We've seen more add to it as they are informed about the program.
Now, voters can apply to enroll in the permanent vote by mail program year-round, but if they want to vote by mail for this election specifically, they should return their application by November 3rd. Election day is November 8th. Police are continuing to investigate a shooting in Brazil that took place overnight and sent a 23-year-old man to the hospital. According to Brazil Police Chief Clint McQueen, the shooting took place at 601 West Central Avenue at around 1 a.m. McQueen said as of noon today, the 23-year-old man is in the ICU. And according to ISP Sergeant Matt Ames, ISP is assisting with a crime scene investigation unit. No one is in custody at this time. We will continue to update you as we get more information. And crews were on the scene of a structure fire this morning in Carbon. The fire was in the 1400 block of North Locust Street. The Van Buren Fire Department said it was trying to prevent the home next to it from becoming a total loss. No injuries were reported, and we'll keep you updated as we get more information on that as well. Early this morning, 3 workers were rescued from an Indianapolis high-rise. The men were repairing windows on the Regents Tower downtown when their scaffold got stuck outside the 19th floor. Indianapolis firefighters spent 2 hours setting up a rope system from the building's roof. Eventually, the scaffold and the workers were lowered to the building's 5th floor deck. The men were checked out by medical personnel and found to be in good shape. A national group is working to give law enforcement the emotional and mental resources that they need to keep you safe. The 2nd annual National Law Enforcement Summit is taking place at the Terre Haute Convention Center. Terry Craig was at the summit today and tells us more about these resources.
Law enforcement from all over the country will meet right here behind me at the Terre Haute Convention Center for the 2nd annual Survival Summit.
The challenges that it is facing now, I've never seen before in my career.
The Survival Summit prepares police to survive not just physically, but emotionally. The challenges of the job is becoming more mentally taxing. Shelley Klingerman, sister of fallen FBI and Terre Haute police officer Greg Ferenczi, says it's important to show support to the men and women in blue.
This community, again, has experienced a lot of loss in the line of duty, and when you expect these men and women to continue to go out and protect our streets, we need to support them in doing so.
The Wounded Blue organization travels the country with the mission of helping wounded and disabled officers and partnered to host the event. Retired Lieutenant Randy Sutton says the mental challenges that officers face now are much different than before.
Much of the damage that's been done to law enforcement in the last few years is to their psyches, to their emotional well-being and their mental health.
Terre Haute Police Chief Sean Keene says he and 15 of his officers will attend the summit.
Some of the things that we've experienced as an agency over the last decade, I think we're fortunate to have a group like this that, their focus is on destigmatizing, mental health for law enforcement.
THPD has experienced significant loss, losing 3 of its officers in the line of duty over the last decade. Keene says it's a goal of his to provide officers with the mental resources that they need.
It's our job to take care of the community, but we can't do that if we don't take care of ourselves. And my job is to make sure that the officers get, what they need.
Klingerman knows tragedy all too well, a feeling that she never wants any other officers or family members to feel.
I know how one tragedy has affected me personally. I can't imagine how it's been for some of these law enforcement who have lost 3 of their brothers, and it is truly a brotherhood.
The summit will wrap up later this week on October 14th. Reporting in Terre Haute, I'm Terry Craig.
Now, for more information on the Wounded Blue or Project Never Broken, just visit our website, mywabashvalley.com. Today, state officials met with local leaders in higher education. They heard about how those institutions were spending millions of dollars in state funds. Officials with the colleges around the valley gave updates on ongoing projects. Examples include ISU planning to expand its early learning center, Rose-Hulman looking to develop the property across from the campus, and the expansion of the Equine Center at St. Mary of the Woods. The college's provost spoke about the opportunities that the funding provides.
We are the only higher ed institution that has equine facilities and equine programs, and so we thought, how can we really make that impactful to the state of Indiana and the Wabash Valley region?
Clark says she hopes the additions to the center will be finished within a year. This afternoon, ISU students marched outside the fountain to make their voices heard on National Coming Out Day. The students say it's a way for the LGBTQ community members to express who they are, show support, and protest legislation they say is detrimental to their core values. This includes the so-called Don't Say Gay bill and legislation banning trans athletes from participating in sports. Organizers encourage community members to check out the Terre Haute Pride Center on Wabash for information on more local events going on. It's open Thursdays through Saturdays. Doctors are encouraging everyone to take a few minutes to get their flu shot now. As Eric Graves learned, health professionals believe this year's flu season is expected to be bigger than the last few we have seen.
Flu season is on the horizon, but early numbers are already suggesting more cases this year than years past. Dr. Robin Ledyard, the Chief Medical Officer, Community Health Network, says flu cases from August and September show a rise.
Had about a 25% increase in flu numbers across the Midwest for sure.
Doctors also prepare for the flu season by paying close attention to Australia and other countries that have already gone through their flu season.
They had a lot more cases, and especially if you compare it to the previous year when we barely had any.
The past 2 flu seasons have been lighter than usual during the height of COVID. Doctors believe extra COVID precautions taken by so many, like masking and avoiding crowds, reduce the spread of the flu as well.
We are probably going to anticipate we're going to see more cases this year than in years past.
Dr. John Christensen with Riley Hospital for Children says there are easy ways to help prevent the spread of the flu.
You need to get that vaccine at least 2 or 3 weeks before that peak comes so you can be protected.
It's also a good idea to pick up some of those older COVID habits again.
wear your mask if you think you're going to be around someone who's sick or if you are feeling slightly sick yourself.
And remember to keep an eye on those you're around.
Screen the people who come to visit your home. Your children and yourself shouldn't be next to people who are sick.
Ledyard and Christensen expect flu cases to start picking up around Thanksgiving.
Dr. Christensen says that if you still need the flu vaccine and the latest COVID booster, you should get them at the same time, or you can. Just make sure that you get them in different arms. A local business in Vincennes is still cleaning up after a car went through the front of the building. We'll have an update from the business owner when we come back. Later in sports, it's the opening night of high school volleyball sectionals, including the Vincennes Lincoln Alices as they open up play against Princeton. Grant will have those highlights in just a few minutes.